Patience. When I tried to do a podcast with Bailey and Slade at the same time, what just happened took about like 30 minutes. So I feel like I'm getting better.
Okay. It seems like you improved a bit.
All right. Let me just double check, make sure we're recording, because that would be terrible. All right, we are. I'll go ahead and just introduce you. Today I have on the Once Upon a Time in Huntsville podcast, Mr. Levi Dylan, who right now is playing Douglas Fairbanks, and 12 Mighty Orphans, which can be seen in theaters everywhere in the U.S., I believe. I don't think it's anywhere over the U.S. I could be wrong. I haven't been out of the country recently, so I haven't had time to go to a theater besides here in Huntsville. And we worked together on the film. I feel like that's important to say.
I think it's important. It's true. So it's important.
Yeah.
We did. It's terrific.
I just wanted to say, well, one, thanks for doing this. Have you ever done a podcast before?
No.
Oh, dude, so I'm your first.
This is my first podcast. How am I doing?
Me, not so much right now. But I wanted to, before we kind of get into things, I kind of wanted to establish to the audience what our relationship is. So obviously we worked on this film together. You play Fairbanks, like I previously said, and I play Chicken in the film. And I just want to start it off by this. A couple weeks ago, we were at the premiere for 12 Mighty Orphans, and we were up in the VIP room, and we were talking, and you asked me, how are you doing? And my response was laughter. And you said, why are you laughing? And I said, I don't think you've ever asked me a serious question before, because we only speak in like bits. So like, I've been kind of worried about this podcast all day, because I'm like, are we going to actually talk, or are we just going to do a long bit? Either way, I don't care.
No, we're going to have a real conversation. And there's going to be some bits in it too.
Yeah, there's got to be some bits. And then after I finished laughing, I told you how I was really doing. And then I think within the span of like maybe 10 seconds, we started talking about how we're going to start a band and we need to schmooze all the producers in the room. It's like we just got back to bits right away, which I love.
Was that not a good idea?
Say that again? Was
that not a good idea? I'm looking back. I had now thinking maybe that wasn't a great idea.
No, I think it's still the band, because we're going to do that. Yeah. No, we're still going to do that. And I actually was thinking today, I started reading.
Okay.
Yeah. I started reading. Martin on set was telling me about this book that he had written with his son Emilio, and I finally got to it on my reading list. And I was reading it, and I was like, "This is easy. Like me and Levi could write a book together." And so, a couple copies. So we're going to start a band. We're going to do really well. Then we're going to write a book about it, and then we're going to do a reunion tour. So
reunion tour and then a documentary to close it out, and then we'll do a podcast.
Yeah, we'll do another podcast. And when we do the documentary, do you watch a lot of documentaries, by the way?
A lot. I watched them.
You watch them? Have you? It's funny. I actually watched. I really like Metallica, and for the first time, I watched their documentary the other day. Some Kind of Monster.
Yeah, Some Kind of Monster. I just scrolled over that. It's been a while, but I've seen that.
Yeah. I was watching that, and I was just like, I would have loved to do that with like the 12 Mighty Orphans cast.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think who would be who out of like the bandmates. I think Jake would definitely be James Hetfield.
Yeah.
And then I think like Woody, passionate, like he clearly sees the direction of where the band is going. And I feel like Woodrow would have to be Lars Ulrich, where he's just like, and I love Woody, but like constantly just getting off task, doing these sort of things. But back to documentaries. Once we get one made about us, it will cut back to this moment in the podcast. You're going to say something scandalous. I don't know. And then it will take it out of context.
Thanks. Really careful.
Yeah. So we got to be careful. I can edit this too. So I could edit you just saying a completely different sentence. You didn't say it all.
Okay.
But back to the movie.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to. I think I asked this Jacob too when I had to Jacob when I had Jacob on the podcast, who plays Snogs in the film. I kind of asked him what were his first impressions of me, and then I kind of told him what my first impressions of him were to me. So I guess what were your first impressions of me?
Well, what did he say about you?
He gave like the easy reporter answer, like, "Oh well, you're a great guy, blah blah blah." But I want to dig deep.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same when I met you. I don't know if it were that easy. It was terrific. Easy to. We got along quickly. I think we knew each other when we got there, so it's nice to. You felt like a friend from the first day, and then it it progressed into some really great memories. But yeah, he was.
Are we more than just friends, Levi? Like you went somewhere when you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I have to go over that again. I'm trying to remember that time. Yeah, questions were good. Now, I don't know if you had the same with me, and you don't have to return the favor, but I have good memories.
I'm gonna shoot it straight. This is an honest podcast.
Yikes.
I remember I have a pretty good memory, I'd like to think. But that first night we all met at the hotel. We were outside and we all were talking and stuff. And I don't think you and I spoke, but I was kind of like sizing you up. Like,
Nice.
All right, who's he? He's from LA. Is he gonna be like one of these LA guys that's like I'm my own guy, I'm gonna keep to myself, or is he gonna just be like easy to be around? And so I don't think we had like a one-on-one conversation until like a week into shooting. And I noticed you seem like a very shy, reserved guy, which there's nothing wrong with. I feel like sometimes I'm the same way, but when I see a shy and reserved person, I'm like, I want that person to know that I can make them laugh in some way. So that's like my goal. That's like some psychological issues that, my shrink will tell me later down the line when I'm in my 40s, having my midlife crisis. Yeah. But we had a conversation. I couldn't get you to laugh. We had another one. I couldn't get you to laugh. And then the first time I got you to laugh, I was going all out because it could seem like a bad move. I don't know if you remember this, but we were doing the scene where we're all kind of like tackling each other for the first time. And Hardy puts you on your butt.
Huh?
And Hardy puts you on your butt.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's supposed to. And so you do that a couple times. And I had an idea in my head. And I was like, okay, this could either like make him hate me because he thinks I'm being serious, or it will allow him to see that I can make him laugh. And so you're acting like you're getting hurt or whatever. Huh?
You gave this a lot of thought.
Yes. Again, I have a lot of issues up here that a lot of people don't think I do.
Yeah.
But there's one. So after Ty says cut, you get up and you've been like, you're a great actor, by the way. So you've been doing a phenomenal job. And I go over to you and I'm like, Levi, I have a couple notes. This time, whenever you get hit, instead of going, or like, or whatever, I go, I need you to go, ooh, ouchie, mama. I need you to really sell it. And that was like, I don't even know if you laughed, but you smiled. And I was like, I'm taking that as a W.
That line continued on until now. Look, here it is. It's still, that was a good line. And I got to use it. I may have tried. I don't know if it made its way in there, but that was a good suggestion. It really was.
That would be great.
Another way to do it, it's another option.
That would be great. There's a certain point. I feel like I can say this because it's been in a bunch of reviews. Do you read any reviews, by the way?
No, I don't know.
No. See, I usually don't either. But for this one, I was like, I'll read a couple, and some are really good. And some people, film is subjective. But a lot of people have been, I guess it's in the book too, that your character injures himself later in the film. I won't spoil how because I don't want to give that away. But that would have been a great place to do it. And I feel like you just really whiffed it right there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I blew it. I had an opportunity and I just, I got selfish.
Yeah. You were putting yourself first, which I can understand, but like
Yeah.
what we have, I thought was special.
No, I sit with that now. It's hard. I look back. Is it drinking beer already? Is it 5 o'clock yet?
No, this is this is like water, seltzer water. It's spicy water.
You do okay. All right.
It's polar.
What do you drink over there in Huntsville? You got like a drink that everybody likes?
Um, um, dude, I see a lot of people drink Dr. Pepper, I think, is the go-to soda. What about in LA? Besides children's blood?
A lot of tonic water with like maybe like an elderberry tincture in it.
Oh.
You know, that's like the kind of things you find here.
Yeah, I get it.
Right here, there's concerns, you know, it's bad for your health. So
no, we don't need to worry about that. I gotta ask, where did you get that couch, man?
Which this one?
Like cheetah print. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's my girlfriend's couch.
I dig it.
I don't know where she got it. It's old. It's really nice.
I had the pleasure of meeting your awesome girlfriend at the premiere as well, and she's hilarious too. She was doing bits with you and me too. I was like, this is the girl for Levi.
Yeah.
Because I think I made some crack like you know, I know you and Levi only came here to see me in the movie, and then she acted like she was this like uber fan of me, and that, you know, she was crying before because she was so nervous to meet me, and I was like, Levi, you snagged the right one.
Yeah, no, I lucked out. I did. What? Got married?
Yes, I did just get married.
Let me see that ring again.
This is like my like everyday ring. It's like rubber, I think. Have you seen these? They're really popular down here in the South.
No, where do you get something like that?
I think like Home Depot. No.
Yeah, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, I think just the ring store.
Okay. What? And so that's just so you don't want to use a real one. So what's like where the real one?
The real one is in a safe inside of a U-Haul, and the U-Haul is inside of a model house in an undisclosed location.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I wear it for like fancy events. For say if I'm going out for a tonic water with a little bit of elderberry in it, that's when I may pop it on.
Yeah. I like that. How was the wedding though? You told me that when I asked you, it was on top of a mountain or a hill.
Yes. So actually, this is my first podcast being a married man.
Okay.
So the wedding went so smoothly. It was beautiful. It was on a mountain. Woodrow, Manuel, and Jacob were able to come, so it was nice to see them.
Okay.
They were signing posters, which I thought was a bit much.
Were they really?
No.
Unbelievable. This is about
but no, it was great. I appreciate you asking, man. You know, since you were my best man, it was kind of disappointing not to have you there.
It's hard. Well, I did it over Zoom for you though.
Yeah. You did it over Zoom, this Zoom call, and then it took 20 minutes to figure out the Bluetooth and stuff like it did for this one. Yeah.
So it's out nicely. Is everything you ever asked for in your wedding? Minus me, of course.
Say that one more time.
Was it everything you could ask for, like minus me not being there?
With you not there, I don't know. I was kind of in a bad mood. I kind of mumbled all my vows.
Head down.
Yeah. I didn't dance. I didn't cut cake. I was kind of just a grump the whole day. But other than that, it was great. I would do it again with her. Without anyone else. But I want to get the reason I kind of want to establish our relationship and how we only speak in bits a lot of the times is I've been doing this podcast for a year now, and I've had a lot of different guests on, and you have the honor of being the first guest I've had to Google for some extra notes.
Why is that?
Because I was just like, Levi's just so mysterious, which is a good quality,
Okay.
And I was like, I just want to have some backups just in case. Um, and
What
I
did
don't
they tell
know,
you? What did you find out?
dude.
Anything I don't know?
Dude, yeah, there's a lot you don't know. Did you know you're in prison right now?
What's that?
Did you know you're in prison right now?
I did know that. I did know that.
Oh, okay. That's cool that you're,
Yeah.
you're letting me just do that stuff. But dude, I actually found like strangely a lot of interesting interviews that you've done before.
Really?
And when I say interesting, I mean interesting in the way of
Yeah. What make
like,
tell me?
they were just cracking me up, man. It was just so funny to see you like sit there and like be serious. I don't know why, like just
Were they filmed? They weren't filmed, were they?
yes, there was one by Esquire that was filmed, and they asked you like they did like a game, I guess, with you. They were like, "What's one word that would describe you?" And I think you said shy.
Oh,
And I was
really?
disappointed you didn't say "ouchie mama."
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that's 2 words.
I didn't know you yet. Otherwise, I totally would have.
I feel like you knew of me though. You knew I was out there.
I mean, I definitely knew of you though.
Yeah, and then like the lady asked you, they're like, "What's one quality you like in a man friend?" And you were like, "Loyalty." And then they asked you the same question for a woman. You said loyalty. I was like, "He's consistent. I like that."
Yeah. Oh, um, I don't remember that, but maybe it's a good thing I don't.
No, you did great in the interview. It was just like for me, it was just funny to watch there or sit there and watch you be serious. I don't even think you were acting yet, which by the way, I kind of wanted to ask you though, because a lot of your hobbies are just out there. Like apparently, I didn't know you were a painter.
I do a lot of painting. Yeah.
Do you have any of me?
I gotta. Yeah, I got something. I got something.
Okay,
I got something I've been working on. You can't see it yet.
that's fair. That's fair. Um,
Tap.
you paint. What was it? Oh yeah, I knew you played music, but I didn't know you were in this jazz fusion type Beach Boys band.
It, yeah, I got into the jazz fusion Beach Boys sort of mashup group. I got into that world of music recently, and it was easy to sort of pick up an instrument and just jump into a world of pure imagination. It's so nice to have musicians that I can play that sort of stuff with. Jazz fusion and the Beach Boys esque music. That's what you're referring to, right?
Yes, I was referring to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me more. I want to see how long you can go.
That's it. Well, let's move on. We're gonna move on.
Let's move on. I did see this funny quote. I don't know if this is real or not. Someone asked you about your tattoo. Wait, do you have any tattoos?
Yeah, I have some.
I thought you had some on your arms. I don't see any unless they're on your forearms.
Um, yeah, I mean there's none here. I'd rather. What's that?
I for some reason I thought you had some on there. You still have the one of me on your inner thigh, right?
Back.
Oh, you
Something
got
like
it moved. That's smart. More people can see.
Steve-O from Jazz has a tattoo like this big of his own head on his own face on the back.
Does he really?
Yeah, no, really, he does. It's like it's his own face.
Was that like on an episode he had to do that?
I don't know what the scenario would have been where that would have been like the best option, best idea for him at the time to get that on. But I know it takes up this much space. It's his whole entire back.
I didn't know that. Are you a big fan of Steve-O? Are you trying to get into that genre?
Big fan. I think he does the things that I would like to do that I'm too afraid to do. So like he does it. I think he speaks for all of us who want to be that daredevil that we're not. You wouldn't do any of those things. Would you? We put like a fish hook through your cheek?
No, I just like I cried earlier today because the shower was too hot. Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah, me too. I think he's cool. I mean, he's gonna get hurt. I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those in a while, but me and my dad would. That's one of the things that we would sit down and do. Are there any shows that like when I was little? Are there any shows that like you grew up watching that like
Uh,
that kind of just stay in your brain?
Fear Factor.
Oh, Joe, yeah, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Did you like
Yes,
Fear? You ever see Fear Factor?
I watched a lot of that with my older sister Lauren, and I feel like I could always like do like like as a child. I mean, I was like I could eat that. I could like sit in a tub of bugs. But as soon as they like went and like skydived or like bungee jumped, I was like I'm out. I can't do that for whatever reason.
Yeah, I just saw one recently where there's keys at the bottom of this big jacuzzi size, like a big fish tank, and it's full of sheep's blood or cow's blood all the way to the top. They
Yeah,
give him a pair of goggles, and it's like 3.5 feet deep, full of blood. Right, you can smell the
yeah,
iron. It's a foul smell. And they put the bottom, give them goggles, and they make them tie their hands behind their back. And it's like bobbing for apples. They just dip their faces in. And I thought at that point, I thought this is like so gruesome and so like you could never get away with doing anything like that today.
no,
The fact that they could do this kind of stuff and get away with it, pretty incredible because
dude.
it's really foul.
The early 2000s were something else, man.
Great
Like
outfits. While
what?
2000s outfits on while they do it.
Dude, yeah, I did, or did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but did you know Joe Rogan actually auditioned for a part in 12 Mighty Orphans?
Is that true, or are you making that up?
No, I'm being dead serious. I saw this
What,
the other day.
what would he have done?
Rusty Russell. I said I couldn't.
Yeah, you can't do it.
I thought I could get you.
You can't get me.
I can't. I've gotten you once or twice.
Get me. You're gonna get me.
I
You
think
can't.
I got you once at an IHOP.
What's that?
I think I've gotten you once at an IHOP.
We did a lot of IHOP. That's somewhere I had never been.
And Applebee's. You had never been to Applebee's, right?
I think Applebee's airports.
Oh,
Maybe
gross.
grocery. Wait,
I'm not judging. I'm just like, I
it's
am.
gross.
Actually, I am.
Gross in the airport, but it's not gross. It's like on the side of the. What are you saying?
I'm just saying that I think that you can make some better restaurant choices.
Like you don't like my choice in eating?
I mean, let's just move on if you're gonna act like this.
Move on.
No. But we did eat at IHOP a lot, and you know what? Who was very disappointed when I got back home after shooting was like everyone, because they're like, "Where'd you eat? Did you eat some good food?" And we were like, "No, we ate at IHOP and Applebee's. We did go to Joe T's once."
Good. Yeah, we went there. That's good. We went there again a couple weeks ago.
Yes, which was also very good.
Another one we went to a few times was called Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, they have those here.
Okay, see,
Believe it or not.
I like that place, Texas
Yeah,
Roadhouse.
I like that place a lot too. They're pretty good consistently.
Ground, which is always like, I mean, how cool is that? There's sawdust on the ground in a restaurant, and then you throw it when you're done with your peanuts. You don't have to throw them out. You just throw them on the floor.
I think that's pretty cool. And they give you like watermelons to like throw at the waitresses.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
what do you like for food? What do you like? Are you a big cooker?
I'm a big fan of bread.
Easy to get that. You either just warm it up or you keep it cold.
Just a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just throw it in the microwave, hit 30, and then bam, you get a meal.
Pull it out, and then yeah, you get full. You get full quick.
Yeah.
What kind of bread you like?
I like you know how they used to like put toys in like cereal boxes back in the day?
Yeah, they not do that anymore.
No, they still do. I just like honey wheat bread. What I just said with the toys had nothing to do with my point.
Yeah, yeah, but those toys were great. You still have any of yours?
I have some Spy Kids 3D toys still that I'm very proud of.
Where do you keep those?
With my ring inside of the U-Haul
Right.
inside of a model house that's at an undisclosed location.
Right.
Oh wait, no, the thing I totally forgot to, you know what? Screw it. It's in the past. It's too late. While we're on the topic of eating, cooking, by the way, no, my wife did. She's a far better cook than I. But I know this is a cliche question. I was going to ask it to you when I saw you at the premiere, but I felt like 20 other people might have asked you. What'd you do over COVID, man? Did you pick up any new hobbies?
No, I actually let go of hobbies.
Oh, well, what were some of the hobbies you let go of?
Well, I mean, some of the things I would have liked to have done with all the time
Yeah.
that we all had. Some of the things I would have liked to have done, painting, reading, really any stuff. I got disinterested in these things. Now that I had all the time to do these things that I like so much, I all of a sudden wasn't interested in doing them. So I stayed outside as much as I could.
Oh, that's great. What kind of stuff did you do outside?
Just staying on the beach, really. Because there's nothing to do. And at the time, I was living in like Venice and here in Los Angeles, real close to the beach. So I spent my time sitting on the beach and running a lot, which are two things that I never did much of before. So in that way, and now things that I enjoy doing, hanging out on the beach and running. But there wasn't much to do like anyone. What did you do?
Well, I certainly didn't have any phone calls with you, so that's something that didn't happen.
No, it was hard to get a hold of you.
Yeah, I thought you were really busy over COVID, and I was like, that's why the phone's not ringing. And then for you to say that you're running on beaches.
I was out at the beach, yeah.
Okay, I understand. But no, well, for one, I started this podcast because my ego told me that people would like to hear me talk.
Okay.
And so far, I'd like to think it's going well. I've had some great guests on. I have you on right now, by the way, just in case you've forgotten.
Thank you.
And then I read a lot. I wrote. I finally sat down and wrote this feature film that I had like in my mind for like the past 5 years. And then I spent a lot of time with my then fiance, who's now my wife.
Congrats. That's well, really. I mean, yeah.
Are you interested in the feature film I wrote? It's actually the life of Levi Dylan, played.
You've written it
by Sampley. I'm gonna play you. Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
yeah. Quibi already bought the rights.
Quibi. Okay.
Yeah,
is that an old streaming service?
Yeah. It's the one that just crashed and failed.
Okay.
So it's kind of in limbo right now.
So it won't get shelved.
I don't think it will get shelved. It's just too well written. There's many scenes of you and I, and you're probably thinking, who's going to play you? And I mean me when I say that. I thought maybe you would be interested in playing me.
Do a role reversal.
Yes, you could call it that. Yeah.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Do I need to talk to your agent, or is this something that maybe you and I could discuss over coffee?
This is something we could do over coffee. No, we'll do this face to face, and then we'll. What do I owe you?
Like at the end of this podcast, you'll give me a blank check. If you just give me another blank check, and a lot of trust, a lot of faith, Levi.
You wanted my.
Yeah, I need your social. Just whenever you can, just get a pen, pop it up on the screen. I'll let it out.
So just let me know what you get. That sounds like a nice idea. Yeah, I'll play you and.
Well, speaking of playing real life people, we played real life people in a movie called 12 Mighty Orphans, which is now playing in theaters across the U.S. Tell me about Fairbanks. What went into your? This was like your second, third acting role, I think.
I've done a few little things. I was probably on the screen more than the things I've done previously.
Yeah. No, oh, by the way, I see Levi all the time when I'm running at the gym. You're in that commercial that just plays over and over and over again. It's like you in a coat and you're like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, and then right after I see it, I go to the punching bag.
Yeah. Commercial still plays, huh?
Yeah, I think it's great. I love it, man. Why? I mean, are you just like, wait, I got some residuals, dude?
Yeah, kind of sick. Yeah, that's good to know. I've heard a lot of people tell me they've seen it, and I've never. I mean, people say the same thing, like you're saying, like it's in the gym. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen it more than a number of. I don't know why. I was just thinking of it. I was like trying to think of what it's even for, and then
Was
it Hardee's?
perfume?
It wasn't Carl's Jr.'s Burgers.
Oh no, it was burgers.
Oh, okay, it was burgers. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then I realized, oh, I was wrong. It's burgers.
And it's burger. It's for burgers. Yeah, their new campaign for burgers because people are like, "Oh yeah, burgers! I'm gonna go eat those now." Thanks, Levi.
Burgers that smell like cologne.
All right, I'm trying to get back to talk about the movie. Did you you were great, by the way, in the film. You can ask my wife. I've been saying one of your lines in the film just every single day. I'd be like, "Arrhythma, what? What does that mean? I got to dance?"
That's that was a big.
Dude, did you realize we only had one line together? Why did they not write more Chicken Fairbanks stuff, man?
We did something in the with like a cow or something, right? Together.
Yeah, that's the one where I go, "How much is a dozen, 6 or 12?" And you go, "I don't know." And then like it cuts fast. So I was like, man, they really should have just sat and let it marinate, just you and I. Because really the question, how much is a dozen, 6 or 12, it may seem like a joke. But when you let it sit and swim around there, you're like, dang, like who am I?
Yeah. How much is it really? You know?
Yeah, how much is it really?
Is it any? I don't know.
Is it any? Why? And then other questions like why do burgers smell so good?
Yeah.
Should there be a burger perfume, perhaps?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful moment in the film. Probably my favorite.
Could have lasted longer. Like, if it had just like even with no dialogue, it's nice too. Just us.
Lock eyes.
Just us.
Just us dead eyeing each other.
Just staring it down.
You get to meet the real Opal, right?
I did. I
don't know why I'm laughing, man. This is great.
She's lovely. I'm lucky to have got to meet her. She brought the real Letterman jacket, the real Fairbanks Letterman jacket.
Oh, that man. And I got to meet her briefly as well. Super kind woman. When we make the second one, we'll have to sneak her into the film somehow. Give her a cameo, perhaps. There will be a second.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we'll definitely figure out a way to. And you think there will be a second, right? What do you think what do you think the log line for that would look like? The second 12 Orphans 2,
12 Mighty Orphans 2. I love it. 12 Mighty Orphans 2. Well, there has to be a little bit more Chicken Fairbanks. when we have to make it so much different from the first, people aren't like, oh, they just rehashed the first movie like, a bunch of sequels do. So we're gonna have to make it darker, grittier, perhaps get Jared Leto in the mix, or Leto.
Yeah, he just loses like 300. He loses like 150 pounds, and he's just like so small, and like we need that.
He's just like you don't even see him in the film, but he's like on the front of the poster, like his name is. You're just like, where was he? And he's like, he's so thin, you'll just miss him. If he's right behind a pole, you won't catch him.
He's in it like most of them. You don't see him because he's so thin.
He's just so thin. Like we were worried on set every day. But
yeah, this you catch a glimpse of him.
Yeah, I feel like that's a great idea. Maybe he can join our band / book / docuseries / reunion tour, because I know he's a musician. You got anything in the works right now, Levi? Any acting roles? Any are you playing music right now as well?
I'm kind of trying to get back in the motion of doing these things. I playing music for fun, nothing professionally set up, just with my friends and on my own. As far as acting goes, I'm auditioning, and I'm doing the things that you have to do to like get yourself in that place you want to be. Doing the legwork.
Doing legwork, yeah.
Legwork.
Yeah, giving a $10 bill here and there to any executives that will,
Little $10 bill to executives, and amongst other things you have to do for them, perform. But
monologues.
What's that?
Perform monologues is what I was finishing your sentence.
Monologues.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get back into some acting classes, and
oh, really?
Was in a good acting school for a little while before COVID, and then they shut it down, and it's unfortunately not going to be open back up. So I'm kind of looking for other options right now. Trying to get.
Yeah, I think that's so important. Or can you say where you were going before?
It was a little private school. It's a guy called Daniel. He had probably 25 students.
And you were one of them?
I was one of them.
Oh, that's special.
More.
Dude, that's all. I think taking acting classes is very important. I try to read as much as possible. Right now, I've been teaching acting, and then I haven't been able to take any classes in a couple months just because life is kind of in this whirlwind. So whenever I do auditions, I like to tell myself that's practice. I like to take a little longer than I usually would.
You're acting.
Yes.
To who?
Anyone that will come and listen to students. Students is what you call them.
Or busking on the taking acting class from me. What do you mean? Anybody? You have students, or do you like a tutor, or what are you talking about?
No, there are students there. Me and my good friend, his name's Princeton Drake. We took acting classes together several years ago. He moved back here and was like, "Hey, I want to start teaching acting. I thought of you," and I was like, "My hourly rate, you wouldn't be able to afford me. It's in the hundreds of thousands." And then COVID happened, and I called back and said, "Hey, I would do it for free." But no. We there's a bunch of actually really good actors here in Huntsville, Alabama, believe it or not. And I'm just, acting is something that I've done for a long time. Am I amazing at it? I'd like to be one day. So, what'd you say?
I said I think so. I think you are.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I know that's another bit, but I'm going to shut you down right here before I get emotional. But no. So I just love to talk about acting. all the time. Is acting, I think I talked to you a little bit about it. I kind of asked you on set what your background was. I'm kind of very much, I've read a lot of like Stanislavski stuff. I'm
Mm.
really big into like hit, because whatever in my mind, that's like what clicks. I also like reading like Stella Adler and Sanford Meisner. Are you, just anyone maybe listening is trying to figure out where to get started, like who would you, do you have any teachers maybe I haven't heard of that you would suggest that you can pick up and read, or how did acting fall into your lap?
Acting fell into my lap. I was because I was doing music videos. I was for, I mean, that's how I made money for a little while. Then I ended up doing like, well, being in people's music videos.
Okay.
So that really, I did like 5, 6, 7, 8. They kind of, so naturally that sparked my interest in wanting to take that a little more seriously, as far as being on the camera goes. I felt naturally inclined to do it because I performed on a stage plenty with a band, and sort of the feeling of performing in whatever degree that is. I feel like I just sort of naturally fell into my path, and it's really up to me to just figure out how to keep doing it and get better at it.
Yeah, I'll stop you right there. You should go ahead and hang up the
Yeah.
jersey. You should retire.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking because I did with you, and like, what? It's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah, once you're in a movie with me, your career's done for life.
Well, and I'll, they'll ask me soon. They'll ask me, where I want to put my star, and be because of you. I'll tell them it was because of you. Well, we can share one. We just share a star.
Yeah, we'll be the first people to share a star on the Hollywood of Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like my patio on the way out of my apartment. That'd be nice, so I can see it.
A little one. We'll do a little one there.
Yeah, we'll do it, any little bitty one. But keep going, man. I don't want to. Are you still good for time? You got like 5 more minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes.
5. Let's do 5 more minutes. How do you feel about loaning money? No. Joking. What so far? How is your experience going with doing a podcast for the first time?
I like it. I wish you could do it in person.
Dude, yeah. Of course, I originally started doing these in person. I would have people come to my apartment. We'd sit on a long couch, me at one side, them at the other. And I feel like, although this is going great, being in person is just like, it just opens up a bit more. Sometimes Zoom lags in and out. Sometimes, like at the start of it, I was having issues with the Bluetooth and stuff. But I appreciate it. Also gives us the chance to do this for free. Instead of you flying out here or me flying you out here, which I cannot do.
Out here, you think I'd fly there to do for you? I would.
Why say that?
Actually, I would.
No. I feel like only a few people would, and I feel like you would be right one of them. I also feel like you would reschedule a lot on last minute. So I'm like at the airport waiting. You text me like, "Hey man, I didn't leave."
That's the kind of vibe I give off.
No, it's not that you give off that kind of vibe. It's just that before COVID, that happened several times.
Right.
You're
right. You okay?
I'll be okay. I'm a big boy. I'm married now. I got a lady to take care of.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in a couple of days actually.
Sorry.
Yeah. Wait, did she just walk past you as I said that, or is that someone else? And the Oscar goes to. It was who?
That was your. Was that not? That was your wife? Who was
that? That was my wife in robes and slippies.
Yes. Yeah, that was her.
Oh, okay. Take good care of her, I guess. All right, man. I'm calling it right there. The world does not need more Sampley and Levi than what, 40 minutes now.